welcome back to LGE. Today, we're going to continue our biography and history of Revan. Hopefully you enjoy. After waking up aboard the Endar Spire, Revan awoke under a new name, whatever name you chose while making your character for the video game, and hurried to an escape pod. There he met the captain of the Endar Spire, Carthonasi. After escaping the Endar Spire, Revan and Carth crash-landed on the city world of Terrace, where they soon formed a plan to escape back to the Republic space since Terrace was a Sith-occupied planet. From there they found out Bastila was still alive but captured by thugs in the undercity of Terrace. After some deception, fighting, and swoop racing, they made friends with a couple of street urchins, a Wookiee named Zalbar and a Twi'lek named Mission Vale. They got Bastila back after a swoop race, but to escape Terrace itself, they had to disguise themselves as gang members for the local head of the exchange, Davik. With the help of a Mandalorian named Canderous Ordo and a droid by the name of T3M4, they were able to steal Davik's ship and escape Terrace. Just as soon as Malak ordered an orbital bombardment on the planet, killing thousands of innocent civilians and Sith troopers alike, all in the hopes of killing Bastila as well. Now aboard their stolen ship, the Ebon Hawk, Bastila has the crew go to Dantooine to speak with the council there at the Teaching Enclave. Once there, Bastila tells the council of Revan's abilities in the Force, feigning surprise at how powerful in the Force he was. This of course was all just for show, so they could reteach Revan the ways of the Jedi. They did so, and after a few weeks they deemed him worthy of the status of Padawan, with Bastila taking on a guidance role. His final test at the Enclave was to bring back to the light a Cathar woman named Juhani, who believed she had accidentally murdered her master in a fit of rage. Revan searched for her and eventually brought her back to the light. After having a vision of the hidden tomb on Dantooine that he and his former apprentice Malak visited, he reported this to the council, found out that Bastila had the exact same dream. The council told them to go check it out, and there, Revan again found an ancient star map with a clue of where the other star maps were. From there, the mission was set. Revan was to take the Ebon Hawk and travel to 4 other worlds to complete the star map and see what Revan and Malak had found in the unknown region. With Juhani as the new crew member, they searched Tatooine, recovering Revan's old assassin droid, whose memory was locked, so he could not recognize Revan, and of course, the reprogrammed Revan did not recognize him. There they found another piece of the star map, defeating a crate dragon and the bounty hunter Calo Nord, who had informed Malak of Revan's survival. Lord Malak was most displeased to learn Revan had escaped Terrace alive. They then traveled to Kashyyyk, the forest world of the Wookiees. Revan and his crew freed the Wookiee slaves there, got in touch with an old Jedi hermit by the name of Jolie Bendo, who helped them search for the other piece of the map. Once found, Jolie decided to travel with them. Their next stop was a neutral water world named Manan. Both the Republic and the Sith had a presence there, mining the world for its kolto, a healing substance used in battle since Bacta had not yet been invented. After infiltrating the Sith base and freeing the cell-capped children within, they helped the Republic mining operation by searching a disturbance they had in one of their underwater mining facilities. After solving the problem of the Faraxan shark, Revan found the star map it had protected. Then, after some legal battles in the courtroom, they left Manan and were ambushed by Sith forces, namely Carth's old mentor turned nemesis Saul Kareth. Now caught in the tractor beam of the Leviathan, Revan hatched a plan to have a sleeper cell set them free once they were captured, since they knew they'd be taken alive. Once in Saul's custody, Revan, Carth, and Bastila were all stripped and tortured. They were informed Malak was not there on the ship, but he soon would be. At this point, the sleeper cell awoke and worked on setting them free. After getting the rest of the crew together, Revan, Bastila, and Carth broke into the bridge of the Leviathan, disabling the tractor beam and killing Saul in the process. But before his last breath, Saul informed Carth of who his teammate really was. On their way to escaping the now liberated Ebon Hawk, they were cornered by Darth Malak, who finally spilled the beans on who Revan was. Caught completely off guard, Revan was forced to fight his former apprentice, and after a heated battle, Bastila jumped in and forced Revan to escape with Carth, sacrificing herself for them to go free. Back on board the ship, they took off as fast as they could, but before settling on where to go next, the entire crew was informed of who Revan was. Most seemed not to care, since while in his service, Revan did not seem like a bad person. Quite the opposite. The last piece of the star map was on Korriban, where Revan posed as the next Jedi prospect looking to become a Sith apprentice. After having a vision of where the star map was, Revan and his team infiltrated the Sith Academy, where they could go through each of the Sith tombs there, the resting places of Naga Sadow, Tulak Hor, Marco Ragnos, and Ajunta Paul. They found the star map in the tomb of Naga Sadow and escaped, defending themselves against the Sith Academy students. Now with all the pieces of the star map, they traveled to the new coordinates they got, which take them to a planet called Rakata Prime. Orbiting this planet is the Star Forge, a super weapon capable of churning out an endless amount of star fleets. This was the weapon used by Revan during the Jedi Civil War. The trap setup caused the Ebon Hawk to crash towards the planet's surface, though fortunately all crew members survived. After befriending some of the Rakatans, Revan used their magics to get into the shield control center. After fighting their way through the base, Revan was confronted with an old ally and possible love interest, Bastila. She had turned to the dark side, having been tortured by Malak. After defeating her in battle, she retreats and uses her ship to fly back onto the Star Forge, allowing Revan to deactivate the shield and get communications back to the Republic for reinforcements, so they wouldn't be caught in the same trap. And now we fast forward to the Battle of the Star Forge with Revan having boarded it along with an accompanying Jedi strike team. Revan and his crew fight their way into the navigation room, where once again he is met by a dark side influenced Bastila. Revan was able to turn Bastila to light, and the two of them confessing their love for one another. Aww. Now with Bastila's battle meditation on the side of the Republic, she used the very force power that Malak wanted her for. Stuck on his own, Revan went to face Malak and ultimately defeated him, offering him a chance of redemption, the same chance that was given Revan. Malak denied it and perished. The Republic was then able to bombard the Star Forge with enough laser power to destroy it after the crew of the Ebon Hawk escaped. The crew was championed as heroes. Revan and Bastila went on to continue a relationship, and they continued fighting the Sith, protecting the galaxy. That is, until some of Revan's memories started to come back. Memories of the real Sith, deep in the unknown regions, returned to him, his time being tortured and all the time he spent terrorizing the New Republic, crippling it beyond repair, some thought. Without telling anyone why he was leaving the galaxy, he informed Kark to keep the Republic strong, and even telling Canderous to unite the Mandalorian clans under one ruler once again. He gave T3 special instructions to find a way to aid the Republic and to take the Ebon Hawk in order to do so. Revan left the galaxy once again in order to find where the true Sith were. He eventually found them, was captured once again, and tortured relentlessly, used by the Sith Emperor to amplify his own strength in the Force. But in doing so, Revan was able to be a sort of counterbalance, making sure the Sith Emperor cannot use his power to the fullest extent. After a while, he is rescued by the Republic, but goes off to once again fight the Sith Emperor alone, forging a droid army for himself and engineering the droids to kill anyone in sight who has Sith DNA, which included all of the civilians too. Revan was stopped, but disappeared before he could be killed. At this battle is where the light side of Revan dies and becomes one with the Force, but the dark side of him still lives. Once again fueled by the dark, he coordinates a war between the Republic and Sith Empire in order to let them focus on each other, so that he may fight the Sith Emperor alone. He is thwarted by an alliance of both Imperials and Republic allies. Once the Sith Emperor's presence was known, he fled away back to unknown space, leaving Revan on Yavin 4, where an apparition appeared and both of his light and dark sides were able to come together as one, finally putting the tortured soul of Revan to rest. Thank you for watching part 3 of our Revan biography video. I want to thank my scriptwriter, Creepy Taco.
Hey, what's up, dude?
And feel free to follow us on Instagram, link is down below. And we will see you guys later.